That takes real teamwork.
It takes real teamwork to come up with this seriously weird taste combination.
V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat!
Flavor and energy. Well, at least it's got one of the two.
And Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit.
This offer is only available out of this world, too, so don't bother sending in any box tops unless you live on another planet like, oh, I don't know, Mars.
On a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through...
You can play on the floor. It's a modern world. Put your V8 and your Cheerios together, and if that's not good enough for your little rear end, then put it with Kix or Frostios. I'd put it with Frostios because it's like Christmas time. So Christmassy. So tomato-y. Or vegetable-y, even.
And it's a Clem Williams film. And your first Harmony fun fact is that's the only name associated with this movie. There are no credits, or at least no credits that we know of, and so we have no actors or actresses to credit.
Yes, children,
this is Dick.
You and Anne are sleeping. Good night, Anne.
And this is Anne.
Mommy and Daddy. Mommy, say good night to Daddy for me. All right, I'll tell him good night for both of you. Mommy, can I have a drink of water? You've had a drink already. Now, children, it's time to go to sleep. I wonder if Santa ever got our letter.
Yes, Anne. Far up at the North Pole, Santa is reading your letter now.
Santa Claus in his nice living room with his cardboard fireplace. Posh arrangements.
Why not? Boys and girls all over the world wonder how Santa lives. I think I'll send for them in my magic helicopter. Oh, Toby, come here.
That child is wearing no pants.
Take my magic helicopter and bring 2 children here to visit me.
Oh, it's an elf.
You must hurry. For my time
That's still disturbing.
long Christmas Eve trip.
There seems to be a shortage of pants at the North Pole.
Wake up, wake up.
Did he like power skip over there or something?
Santa sent me here to take you to the North Pole. Hurry up and get dressed and we will fly to Santa.
Where's his hand?
Just a short hop in the magic helicopter.
Gosh.
There it is. Santa's castle at the North Pole. Hold tight, kids. We're coming in for a snowy landing. Before you know it, Dick and Anne are hurried to the castle
And into the
entrance
gigantic doorway
and see the busy elves hurrying to
with
and
the
fro.
child with no pants. There's a kid with pants. Someone has pants at the North Pole.
Santa,
Oh, boy.
The others and Ann and Dick.
Welcome to Santa Land. I'm very glad you came to see me. Here, wait a minute. Sit on my lap and let me tell you about Santa, but you might not
Santa,
know.
you need to learn about consent.
The children are amazed. Here they are, sitting on Santa's lap and listening intently as Santa explains that every year, just before Thanksgiving, he starts the merry Yuletide by visiting towns and cities all over the world. Always ready to please little children, he makes his jolly trip in many different ways. He arrives on riverboats and finds many new friends all along the way. Wherever he goes, he always has loads of fun.
And on every street corner, Santa looks a little different.
Oh, yes. In many towns, the marching bands turn out and step lively.
And
to
now,
the Merry
kids,
Christmas tune.
time for another Harmony Fun
Parade,
fact.
too.
The vast majority of the shots of this film were filmed in a town called McKeesport. That is located in the Pittsburgh area of Pennsylvania. This was also filmed in the wonderful time zone of
Santa
1963.
Claus has informed him that he must stop eating so much. With all the big new shopping centers opening everywhere, Santa has to use his new rocket to get around. But he's
Is that a rocket in your pocket, Santa Claus, or are you just happy to see me?
him just anywhere, and he's so proud of them too.
I think he's happy to see me. He was certainly happy to see Anne. That was a little
Since
disturbing.
Dick and Ann are visiting him, no trip to Santaland would be complete without a tour of the village toy shop. The good little elves have a miniature town, and in every window have little toy people jumping around.
So elves wear halos
They make
now.
the tinsel and the
Okay.
Christmas tree ornaments. In this little store, they make the ribbon, turn out the wreaths, and make your home so bright and cheery. It fills the air with Christmas spirit.
Now, these little elves were part of a display, a Christmas display, obviously, for a department store called The Famous that was located in
And
the aforementioned town.
Helper too.
And here's another fun fact. Approximately 13 years later,
Every doll must
The
have a
Famous
head
went
and
up
also
in
have a body.
flames.
These busy elves.
It burned down and it took almost half of the town with it. Very unfortunate.
While others paint their saucy faces and put them all together. Hard-working elves, and Santa too, like pies and cakes and cookies. This little store delights in making all those yum-yum goodies. A tour of Santa's Happy Land would not be quite complete without a visit to his big toy warehouse, not far from the street. There's gifts and toys for everyone. It's really a big treat. There's bears and dogs and cats galore.
And more kids with no pants. Oh God, and he's bending over.
And they don't
Santa.
Because they're just
This is a
made
kid's
for
show.
you. Those busy elves are everywhere, and Santa needs them too. You wind them up, you turn them on, those funny little toys. The monkey drums and drums and drums, and he never does get tired. Our old mother bear, she scrubs and rubs.
Yeah,
Now,
she
you know,
rubs.
telephones, he'd rather talk the whole day through than do a lick of work. For little girls, a doll is fun to wash, to dress, and spank. And Santa
And
has a big
spank?
supply of every kind.
What
and
kind of kids show is
and
this?
enjoy these pretty dolls, and Dick shows no delight.
By the way, the word
Kitchen's
wash,
full of household toys.
that is
Keep the
called
youngster
the
busy.
Midland dialect, having that obtrusive R in words that
Then
don't
serve
need an
a
R.
TV dinner.
The dialect is native to the Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, and Missouri areas.
All children like to make some noise, and Santa says it's music. A toy piano or a drum will give them hours of fun. The older children like to build, and here's a boat to prove it.
I was about to go into the Canadian accent, but he actually meant a boat.
For Dick and Ann, their visit's almost over, but Santa saved his pride and joy till last. we'll take his rocket to the Super Toy Town trains.
Somehow the adults in this movie are more scary to me than the pantsless children. That was creepy.
Whoosh! And here we are.
Whoosh!
Now, wasn't that
Not to be
fun?
confused with Warsh.
A few steps from the rocket to a breathtaking view of Santa's wonderful trains. I wonder if Anne will be as excited as Dick.
Dick is always excited.
Trains of all kinds, coming and going, starting and stopping, logging trains, freight trains, streamliners, old-time choo-choos. I'll bet Daddy would enjoy this too. Look at that village. There must be a whole town of toy houses. Look out, children. Don't let that train run over you.
Yes, that is something that we should make sure we tell our children. Don't get run over by trains, kids.
And look, a toy circus with sideshows and a big 3-ring circus tent. Did you ever see such a wonderful show?
The Bone Jangler show is more wonderful.
Look at that circus parade.
That's a true fact.
Santa, do these trains ever wreck? They do? Gosh, that's fun.
Gosh!
No wrecks today.
Whoosh!
This is loads
Warsh!
of fun. We could watch them for hours.
Midland accent awesomeness. And 1960s purity.
Look, a toy coal mine. Do we really have to leave, Santa? It's time to go back home. We have certainly enjoyed it, but we know that you have to start on your long journey.
I'm so glad you came. Dick and Ann, always remember the entire Christmas celebration is to commemorate the birth of Jesus Christ.
Actually, Santa, I'm going to step in here with a Harmony speculation, because we only speculate on religion, we don't give facts.
Hurry home with Toby.
Pope Julius I made December 25th Christmas. It is actually speculated that Jesus was born in the spring, and that Christmas is a pagan holiday. Merry Christmas, everyone! Yay!